Yo, greetings family. What's going on? Look, thanks y'all for tuning in. It's been a while since I have actually been consistent with making videos, but I've been off the grid, honing in on this cryptocurrency aspect and a few other things. And I want to show y'all pretty much how I doubled my money in 30 days, but I don't want to look. First of all, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I'm not an attorney. I'm not any of these things. Please consult those people. I'm only giving you experiences from my personal point of view. So don't take anything as legal advice, financial advice, or anything of that sort. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'm not telling you to go and put your money into HEX and your money will be doubled in 30 days. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you that I just happened to get in at the time that's what happened to me. Okay. So, let's and y'all, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna talk for a little bit, but when I start sharing my screen and getting to the points, y'all can put the time step down for the people that actually want to skip into that. Okay, so first of all, I want to say this. This is what I'm looking at when I'm getting into cryptocurrencies. As far as I'm looking at the projects. Okay, is this a project that's going to be around for a while? Is it something that potentially, is going to be, in the future? Are people investing in this? Is this a long-term type of thing? A lot of people are getting into cryptocurrencies and they're getting in at the short term, in the short term, looking at it like, looking at meme coins or coins that are going to pump and dump coins, or what you call it. They pump up, then they dump them, and they're on to the next thing. I'm not telling you that's wrong. I'm just saying that be aware of what you're investing your time and your money into. Okay, I've talked about Nomics, CoinGecko, Coin Market Cap, these websites that you can look at to see, get the information behind the project to see if something you want to invest in long term. Another thing is looking at projects with coins that don't cost as much. So say you have a coin that's under a penny. Say you put 25 cents in, you get 25 of those coins. Next thing you know, it can fly up to $30,000 a coin eventually. You never know. Or you look at coins that's under a penny, you get $100 worth. All right, it's easier to deal with that than trying to get into Bitcoin and obtain a whole coin. Like at this point, you're not really going to get rich off of something if you're not in a good position or have a lot of money to put into that particular thing. But the opportunity is, in my opinion now, is going to be there for a lot of these projects that are under a penny or so, that you can actually afford to put a little bit of investment in and get a decent return. Now, with that being said, the reason I got into HEX, I was somebody told me about it. I've been kicking myself. Somebody told me about a lot of these cryptocurrencies a year or two ago, but I really wasn't understanding it, overstanding it at that point in time. But HEX was one of them for sure. And I finally got around to getting into it. The reason I got into it, one, is because I seen a lot of other people locking their money up for a long period of time, because HEX, and like some other cryptocurrencies, you can actually stake them. It's almost like a certificate of deposit for cryptocurrency. If you're familiar with a CD, that means that, you put some money in, you gain interest over a certain period of time. All right, so there's people coming into HEX and locking their money up for 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 days. You know what I mean? 2 years, 5 years, 10 years type of thing. So when you have whales locking their money up for that long of a period of time, we're talking about thousands, hundreds of thousands, and I believe in some people putting millions. You know what I mean? So when the public can see that, or the people within inside that HEX or private community can see that, then that's something that they feel comfortable putting their money into for a long period of time. Okay, and so if you pull money out, there's a penalty. If you hold it, you are rewarded by gaining interest. Okay, now in comparison to USDC, the price of it will fluctuate, because that's how we look at money here in comparison to the price of the fiat currency or the US dollar. So hope I'm not talking too fast, too much, or going over your head. Let's just go ahead and get into the price of HEX. Let's go ahead and get into that. And if you have any questions, put them down in the comments, and that way I can go over it in my next video. There are going to be things we're going to be talking over, and I'm going to be sure to cover them more in a more tutorial based video. For now, I'm just showing you, pretty much what's going on in my inside on HEX. Okay. So let's go ahead. Boom. So now we're actually looking at a chart for HEX. As you can see, currently right now we're at about 16 cents. Okay. And yesterday it spiked close to 20 cents, but if you look at even a year ago, Even if I can go back that far. Let's see, July, somewhere in here. I believe Hex was, yeah, under a penny, 0.005, 0.00, might have been, you know, it might be lower than that, 0.004 cent, 5 cents, somewhere in there. It's under a penny, all right? It's under a half a penny at that. You know what I mean? So imagine now, you know, imagine multiplying your money 32 times, 40 times, depending on where you got in at. You know what I mean? So, you know, just do the math. Do the math, family. That's all I'm saying. All right? So actually, I personally got in at around this time. But like I said, it was only 30 days. I only been 30 days. But imagine the people that's been in here for a year and stuff already. I got in probably between about 7 cents. I got in about 7 cents, and right now it's worth 16 cents. So, you know, doubled. But I believe it pushed up because of what HEX does in comparison to the other cryptocurrencies. Is actually moving up, and the other projects that is tied to, so to speak. But I'm going to touch on that in a little bit as well. All right. So let me come back over here so I can show you this. So if you look, okay, boom, here is the price. You know, this is what I got in at the particular time that I was doing this. All right. So, I put in about 400 USD dollars, you know what I mean? Somewhere around there. I just wanted to stake it for 30 days and see what's going on. You see, it has the red stake button there that just shows you, hey, look, if you end it, you get a penalty. Okay. So now that I am back, you know, here, I want to show you that I've already ended the stake. I was recording the other video showing you how I did it, but I accidentally messed up that video. But you can see it here. Okay, so I staked at day 561. I ended it a couple days late. But I got this many T shares. All right, so a T share is pretty much, you know, what you get shares for staking the HEX, and that allows you to get interest as well, daily interest. Okay, excuse me, that interest there. So I did that. I had 0.284 T shares because I only got 5,000 HEX instead of the whole percentage that they wanted. Excuse me, percentage required to get a whole T share, but that's fine. I didn't doing this for test purposes. And after 30 days, I ended up with $806 in comparison to the $410, which this was a little bit more because, like I said, yesterday it shot up to like 20 cents. So, you know, I'm just rounding for $400 to $800. You want to be particular, I'm a few dollars short of doubling, but y'all get the picture, all right? So pretty much if you just come to hex.com, okay, give it a minute to load up. Give it a little minute. It's a pretty straightforward website. This goes through, has some FAQs for people who have questions and different things like that. You know, but I say the real value comes from the price point it has been at, and the fact that you can see how long people are locking their money up for as far as staking to receive T shares and get interest over a long period of time. Like if you got in HEX under a penny, and you know you'll be well off, and you could easily been a millionaire from putting taking the time out to put some thousands in here and watching that money multiply over time, as well as staking it over time. For some particular reason, the website is taking a little bit, but pretty much here you can come down, scroll, and read about it a little bit. And it has some good information. It has some simple steps right here. You can install MetaMask on your desktop browser. You can buy Ethereum, and then from there you trade the Ethereum for HEX, and then you stake it at go.hex.com. You have to go to go.hex.com, and you have to link your this right here. You can just come over here, link your MetaMask wallet. You can swap it here, enter the amount, and it'll approve it for you. Okay, so you can see in my wallet I just have a little bit over 5,000 HEX that I had staked, and a little bit of Ethereum. They cover a little gas fees. It just was to test everything out here. So worked out pretty good for me on this go round. Keep in mind the markets fluctuate up and down. So That's just part of the game. Okay. And here is hex.vision, which allows you to see certain information about how much hex is staked, the different addresses, the average stake days. And you can see right here, average stake days 2,750. This person has 6 stakes open. This person has 15 stakes open. This person has 20 stakes open. So you can look at these 233 stakes open. So you can see that there are people that have, look at all their shares they have. You know what I mean? So these people that are locking up their hex over a long period of time, which makes more people comfortable. Imagine if you knew, imagine this, just as hypothetical. Imagine you knew Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and some other people were, they're going to say, you know what, I'm going to put $1 billion into something and I'm going to hold it for 10 years. Okay. I'm not telling you to make that decision. I'm just saying that if their money is behind it, some whales, okay, then you know that it has a great potential to hold over time, because let's be honest, the people that are rich off of crypto are a lot of the people who got in at a great price and they held. Okay. Also, when you hold, you do have to learn to take profits along that journey. But if you got in for Bitcoin, if you got in on Bitcoin at $1, okay, and you bought, 100 of them, all right, or 1,000 of them, okay, you're not going to be as upset as, when Bitcoin is pulling down as at this point. Now, if you got in at 65,000 and it dropped down to 30,000, then you're going to be very upset because now you done lost half your money. So learn to take profits on the way. The market is going to dip, but over the long period of time, those are the people who normally win. So we want to learn some of these habits and be smart and be savvy as well. Now, with that being said, I'm not gonna make this video long, but I will touch on a couple of things. One is on this right here. It says Staker. All right, Staker has an app that makes it easy for you to look at your hex, look at where you're staking, and also make it easier to sacrifice at this time for Pulse Chain, which is coming. So let me get off this really quick, because I'll do another video on that stuff in depth. But let me change my screen so I can look at y'all really quick. All right. All right, so now that I showed y'all hex and how I pretty much, I had put 400 in. 30 days later, I have $800. That could have been anything. That could have been 4,000. That could have been 40,000. That could have been 50,000. This is not to say that will happen every time. It's just because I believe hex is really popular right now because of what it does to the market. If you look at the charts in comparison to other cryptocurrencies, it's generally been doing very, very well. This is not to say it won't dip or anything like that, but it's been doing very, very well because of the service, and the cryptocurrency itself, as well as the founder, Richard Hart, will let you know, don't expect anything. All right. So he's not telling you you're going to get rich out of it. He's just showing you the results and telling you, hey, there's other people promoting it. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. Some people have different opinions about it, but if you maneuver in this system the right way, Hex has been legit for a lot of people, and people have made money off of it. All right. Another thing is, Staker has made it easy to look at stuff. Okay, you download Staker. I think there's like a $5 or $10 fee to get one of their wallets linked up. But if you have a MetaMask wallet, you can link up your MetaMask to your Staker app, and you can keep track of your staking of Hex and stuff there as well. Okay, and you can stake for longer periods of time, 30 days, a year, 2 years, 5 years, however long you see fit. Because imagine this, imagine you stake your money for 10 years because you have a retirement plan or something for yourself. And you say, I'm gonna get say you get $1,000 in USD worth of Hex. And then 10 years later, they're worth, $1,000 a piece, 2,000, whatever, in comparison to 16 cents it is today, then you've done pretty well for yourself. Plus you've accumulated that interest over that period of time as well. So these are the things people are doing. Some people also have ladder systems where they're going to stake. Say you stake every 30 days, you're staking, a little bit at a time. So when you unstake, you have money just coming in. You can do that on a yearly basis and stuff as well. And another reason that is very popular right now, because there is an Ethereum fork that Richard Hart is doing. The same founder of Hex has a something called Pulse, or the Pulse chain. It's an Ethereum fork. Pretty much is a clone of the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, so essentially there's been other cryptocurrencies and stuff that have done very well for themselves as well. So pretty much what it is, say for instance, you're into Ethereum, everybody knows that the gas fees are a tad bit high. So apparently they're supposed to be working that out to where you're gonna have lower fees for the transferring of on things on the pulse. All right, so instead of having you have Ethereum, which has ERC20 tokens. Well, if you have the MetaMask wallet, I'm not sure what other wallet works, but I know MetaMask for sure. If you have a MetaMask wallet and you have Ethereum, any ERC20 popular ones, I think they have the link or the information if you look up Pulse Chain. But off the top of my head, I think Ethereum, USDC, HEX, stuff that you have in your wallet, right? There will be a clone of it on the Pulse Chain side. Now, the clone doesn't mean it's going to be a dollar for dollar value. That's not what it means. But it means if I have 1,000 Ethereum, I'm going to have a 1,000 Pulse Ethereum. If I have 1,000 HEX, I'll have 1,000 Pulse HEX. If I have 1,000 USDC, I have 1,000 Pulse. And I could be wrong on the specific token, so don't quote me on that. But in essence, you're going to get the same quantity on the Pulse blockchain. Now, we don't know exactly what those will be worth because it'll be a new blockchain and it'll be new for people getting into it. But essentially, it's supposed to perform, it has supposed to take all the good things from Ethereum and especially have better gas fees or fees for transferring funds. So if you have, please go look up the information. I'll do more in-depth presentation on this as well to see how it works for myself. If you happen to have some tokens, some ERC20 tokens, Ethereum tokens on MetaMask, all right, you will be able to have some more tokens. Now, I think you have to do something with them within 30 days, whether you're going to sell them off or swap them or whatever. But why not? It's almost like an airdrop in a sense, almost, but it's a fork. Okay, so I don't want to confuse you there. So that's another reason. So I think that those two, since they have the same owner, they're two different things, but they're related in a sense. And that's another reason I believe HEX is going up too as well. So that's something very interesting going on right now. And they're doing something where if you sacrifice, pretty much you're donating, like USDC or Ethereum, or I think you can donate a lot of things on the Coinbase app to a particular organization. Like I said, I get more of the information. You sacrifice it or donate it, and you're supposed to get a certain amount of Pulse points or something that I believe will be calculated into a certain amount of Pulse and stuff down the road. So who knows what that's going to be, but that's what's been going on as of lately. I'm probably going to take about $100 or so and sacrifice it just to get some Pulse early. If it happens to do as well as Ethereum or greater, then you get in on the ground floor. So that's something to pay attention to. But if you have any questions, please let me know. The simple lamest term, if you're into cryptocurrency, find something that's going to be projected for a long term. This is how I do it. Projected for long term. You can find it on these different coin market cap. Find how to get it. Find how to exchange for it. If you get it before it hits Coinbase and all these other marketplaces, then you're in before it. It gets that big push, and now you kind of grandfathered in, and you stand a chance to make more money. Stand to finding out about it later and getting in at the very top of it, and then it could be scary for some people buying at the top of some of these cryptocurrencies, but a lot of it is actually pulling back. Some people say it's downtrending. However, anyway, I'm out. I'll make more videos. Like I said, I know I was kind of rambling or may have said some things you're not familiar with. I'll be sure to go on screen and show you each particular thing down the road. So I'm going to show you Staker on my phone. I'm going to show you how to get HEX. I'm going to show you how to download MetaMask and stuff like that if y'all are actually interested in that. And, pretty much I'm out, man. I'll see y'all soon. Peace. There will be a link for crypto.com in the bottom, one of my favorite cards, as well as there will be a link for the Staker app as well, if you want to get into cryptocurrency. Okay. So check that out.